Greetings everyone, what is up with me again, Tam Prime 1 with a very highly anticipated video. I've been aiming to do this for quite some time. We're going to be taking a look at Transformers Cybertron Supreme Class Starscream. And I must say this, I love it. This guy, he is huge, he is definitely gigantic, no pun intended, really great looking figure right here. I'm loving how they made this guy right here, and I also like of how what they did with their current Cybertron universe Starscream. I'm about said it incorrectly. My tongue has been tied throughout this month, so bear with me, please. Just bear with me, please. Now, taking a look at Starscream, he is definitely very dusty right here. He's definitely very dusty. Also, in all sorts of places, I gotta clean him on up. I know an air can is not going to work on him at all. But yeah, take a look at Starscream. Really great work. I'm loving how they made him, especially of how they did him as a diabolical traitor towards Megatron. And yes, I have his crown on his head right here. And I will say this, I love the reference and nod, I think that's the same thing, to him, well, to his G1 version from the Transformers the movie. This is like a really fantastic nod, but I'm just going to put this off to the side for right now so we can take a look at his head right back here in the back. As we all know, his head is definitely back here in the back right there, as per usual from the series. And I love how big its figure is, but I've also learned that they have a much smaller figure of him that has two blades. That's been incredibly hard for me to even find, especially at a decent price that I can afford. But still, love the Supreme Class version of him. Love the Supreme Class version of him. I wish I just cleaned this. I wish I would just clean this off like some time ago. And I think his batteries still work. After all these years, his batteries still work. I might have to take a quick look at them. I cannot remember right where they are. Oh, wait. Wait, are they down below here somewhere? I cannot remember right where his batteries are stored. It has been a good while. But yeah, I love this version of Starscream right here. Especially with his his Earth-style jet mode. It's kind of like a combined mode of his Cybertron and Earth Jet as one whole mode. And also back here, I know this is not his actual Cyberplanet key. It's the closest one I could find to what his Cyberplanet key looks like. But he has Cyberplanet key storage back here, and yes, this is exactly where his this is exactly where, like, whenever his key goes into his back, both of his weapons pop on out. And speaking of which, this never does happen in the show, but I'm going to do it anyways. One blade right there. Man, oh man, I still remember these guys from back in the day. I still love popping these Cyberplanet keys into these slots. There you go. Boom. And yes, he still had this little missile right there. His little missile. And let's see here. I just saw that trigger not too long ago. Oh, right there it is. Right there it is. So there you go. Hit the push it forward. And no sound effect. No sound effect. But also within what I found out from the show, I'm surprised they didn't include like a little gun that you could probably like put in down here somewhere. That I'm surprised they didn't do that right there. But all in all, but not surprised at the same time, because like as we all remember in the TV show, like even though in the TV show he has his gun right below here, he never does use it in his robot mode in the show, from what I can recall. And yet I'm watching Cybertron on Amazon Prime Video. Can't rewind it at all. And also he has this little null cannon, or what, I forget what these things are called. Yeah, null cannon. I love how he has his null cannons right here, especially since this, as we all know, this will form his chest, legs, feet down here, and arms. So yeah, beautifully done. Love this guy. And no actual landing gear. He only has his wheels right here and right there. Oh yeah, and also right back here. I almost forgot. I was like at the beginning, like, is his wheel also in his arm right here? Nope, it's right here. It's right there. So yeah, you can roll him around. You can roll him around and make it to where it goes. Launches off. So yeah. So now let's go ahead and do some quick comparisons. First things first, I want to go ahead and put him with his evil leader, who he portrays later on, Megatron. See how that goes? See how that goes? And also, real fast, split this down the middle. Hold this on back right here. Tap that in right there. Untap this right here. Put this on back right here. There we go. Into his jet mode right there. And quite frankly, lengthwise, Megatron is definitely... I wonder if my camera is too... Oh, it is too far in. Oh my gosh, I did not realize that until just... I think it's because of me having to adjust my camera from last time. So here we go. There we are. So my apologies about that. I did not. I should have checked that earlier. So yeah, here we go. There we are. He's a bit shorter, and wingspan wise, definitely a wee bit short. Oh my gosh, this will look awesome as a combined vehicle mode right here. This will honestly look like a really awesome combined vehicle mode right here for Starscream and Megatron. Oh my gosh, that's scary. Don't even think about you two. Do not combine. Okay, now it's time for some Autobots. Here we are with Vector Prime. So far, I'm having to currently do these guys one at a time because of how big Starscream is. Except for probably with Optimus Prime. Hang on for a second. Let's see if I can do this as quickly as possible. There we go. And here he is with the third-party version of him. Sorry about that sound. Sorry about that sound. Here we go. Third-party version. If I can get him into his jet mode, I will. Rotate this on out, down, and up. Out. Rotate down. There we go. Tap that right there. On up right there. Can't really get the wingspan to come on out as properly. So now let's go ahead and take a look at that right there. Them both in jet mode. I'm gonna try my best to hang on for a second. Let me just increase. Why do I not increase the height? Why? I don't know. I'm not used to it. I'm not used to it. Not dedicated enough. Not dedicated enough. There we go. Wingspan is about the same. The length is a... Office is a hair shorter. He's a hair shorter. Oh yeah, that's that right there. Put that right back there. Do the same thing with that thing right there. I forgot we can do this right here. Here we go. Here we are. Get that. Time for this guy right here. Let's see if I can do this properly, or as properly as possible. There we go. On out, rotate down. And we all know his cannons extend on out. Same on this side. Here we go. So let's try this right here. I think his wingspan is definitely bigger than Starscream's. Definitely bigger. And also, he is probably about as long as Starscream. Probably about as long as he is. Probably just a hair short like Optimus is. I'm not going to try to configure that wingspan right now. Because, actually, excuse me. I'm going to try doing it this way right fast. Make it as easy as possible. Show you all what I'm doing. There you go. Rotate that on up. Rotate that on up. And bring this on in. Bring this on in. There we go. Not gonna do it the whole way. Or actually it might be easier if I just do it the whole way, but there we go. This way he can at least be a bit stable. Also, let's check out his let's also check out this guy right here. Here's the other missile missing. I know it's down in the tote somewhere. I cannot find it right now. I'll see if I can find it later on. So yeah, they have Wing Saber right next to Starscream. Here is Metroplex next to Starscream. Bring this on down a good bit. Here we go. Metroplex. And also, here he is with the Armada version of Starscream. The Armada, you can see how much smaller he is compared to this one. Yeah, right, there we go. Here we have that. Put him on over there. Also, just a little joke. Minicon with Starscream. Wow, he is definitely big. He is definitely big. So yeah, now let's go ahead and transform him into his robot mode. Pretty straightforward. It's a very straightforward transformation process. Go ahead and lift this on up right here. Just untap all this right here. Come on. Come on. Come on. I know you're supposed to tab from up front. Ugh. Oh boy. I know it's been a while, but yeesh, I know how you transform. There we go. There we go. Here, the tips of his vehicle mode right here are made of a rubbery plastic. That's very thick. Like, okay. Oh yeah. Also, you might also want to move the arms a bit. I knew it was kind of thing I was forgetting right there. Kinda so. But yeah, I've done it like this before plenty of times. There we go. There's one leg assembled. Well, not fully assembled, but here we go. Well, it actually is fully assembled. It's just the foot I need to take care of with. Come on. Come on. Oh, boy. There we go. There we go. Whew. This does not want to move at all. There we go. Sorry about that struggle right there. I was definitely struggling with that. Take his heel spurs, rotate them on out, fold down the front end of his vehicle mode right there. Take this one little piece right here, rotate this back onto this back section. It's on a double hinge. There you go. There we have that so far, and put this on in. There we go. Now, let's extend the camera up and bring down the upper body, and go ahead and put this in, tab this into right about to there. There you go. And there's Starscream's beautiful headshot. Okay, that was just bad. That was just straight up bad. My apologies, everyone. My apologies. Now what we want to do is rotate his arms. Okay, on up. Untab it from right here, and it will. And also just to show you all, this tab, we're going to slot right there for the vehicle mode. We'll rotate on down here. This tab, we'll go up in that slot right there for the weapon mode. There you go. Do the same thing on the other side. Tap that and tap it in place. There you go. And there we have it. There we have him. Starscream in his robot mode. And I must say this, really, really nice. Okay, now taking a look at him. Very, very beautifully well. Oh, that's one other thing I forgot right there. And there we go. Now he's in his full-fledged robot mode. And I must say, they have done a really great job. And I honestly wish I would have grabbed on up the the Galaxy Media version. I honestly do hope that Make Toys makes a new version of that. Well, makes reissues that version right there. And I heard about the quality control issues that there were, and so far, if there are any quality control issues with that version, I hope they fix it on up if they do remake that figure. But quite frankly, I do love the fact that I do have this version of Starscream right here. Really incredibly well made. I love how he's like a supreme class figure, because like he's as big as Primus. Well, as you remember, he became as big as Primus in the TV series whenever he became giant from Primus' little beam. And from right there, they both had a pretty big fight. And also same sound effect as per usual. Hang on, let me see if I, instead of me doing it right there, there we go. Hopefully, yeah, I thought I would do that like that right there, because like as we all know, the microphone is back behind the camera, not right up here. But yeah, I do like that for posability wise. His arm can rotate all the way around from we all could see earlier. He does have bend to the elbow right there. There we go. His leg can go back and forward, but a little limited due to the null cannon. Null cannon, that's what it's called, the null cannon. There we go. Kind of doing like the splits right there. And you can also, if you move his arm back or forward, you can also bring his leg on out right there. There you go. And he can also bend him at the knee. That's also due to transformation as well. There we go so far. And he does not have any light piping, which sucks. It would have been nice if they gave him light piping, or if they like made it to where whenever you transformed him, if you push down that button, then like he would have had like maybe vocal commands, like some vocal commands, and his eyes would light up. That would have been nice for him right there. Would have loved that bit of him right there. But yeah, no cannon. And also for a Cyberplanet key, his Cyber key power, very simple. Just insert that right there. Down comes his blade. Insert this over here. Here out comes his gun. And rotate his arm on up, and let's see, here is that's the trigger mechanism again. Push that forward, and voila, you can just fire the missile. Fire the missile. And I remember what happened in the series, like whenever he was fighting both Leo Bricker and Snarl, Snarl managed to grab his blade over here, breaking it off, and then once he became giant, he gained a brand new gun. So yeah. Love that, all that right there. There you go. And also for his crown, his crowning achievement. Crowning achievement. I'm surprised they didn't make it to where like there are some molds inside of the crown piece to where like it more centralized. Well, this is definitely centralized right here, but I do wish they would have placed in some molded areas to where like you could really get to like stick on. Like I think they have it to that. I think that's like that right there. I'm not for sure, but I'm glad I managed to get centralized. I have no idea how I did that. Do not ask me how I did that. Do not ask me. But yeah. Now for some more comparisons. Here he is with Megatron. His Cybertron Megatron. And I'll also put well, no wait, I'm not going to put him with anyone else other than Megatron. Oh. I'm not going to put anyone else up there, but I will put Vector Prime up here. A little confusing, but method of my madness, right? I forgot to rotate his little things on down right here. There you go. You have that. You have that right there with Vector Prime. He is definitely shorter than him. Here is. I'm forgetting his name. I have box Commander of Stars. And here is Cybertron Optimus Prime. I would combine it with Wing Saber, but quite frankly, like as we all know, Starscream would still be. Well, you know what? I might as well just do that in a second. But then I'll even do it on camera. But first, here is the Titan himself, Metroplex. Not the Titan, but you all know what I mean. He is as big. He is almost as big as Starscream is. Wow! Look at that height right there. Look at this height right here. There we go. And speaking of Wing Saber, let's put him right here with Starscream. There we have that. And here we have him with his Armada version. I'm about to say Cybertron. His Cybertron version right here. Here's the Armada version. You can definitely tell like how tall he is compared to Starscream right here. And let me bring it down. Some more. There we go. I'm not used to raising and lowering the camera. I'm honestly not used to doing that. So now let's go ahead and combine Optimus Prime with Wing Saber Will Fast to create Sonic Wing Mode, which is very easy, very easy. As we all know, take his super feet right here. Go ahead, put one down. His face conductors. Rotate this around, rotate it down. There you go. So with this one right here, rotate it around, rotate it down. There we go. And there we go. Alright, put that right there. There we go. Now for Wing Saber, just go ahead and untab these bits off of him. Untap it. There you go. Same as on this side. There it goes. That did not want to go down in there. His head did not want to go down there at all. Bring up his fingers. Here we go. That's pretty loose right there. And there we go. And bring this piece on up right here. Rotate this on up right here. Rotate this around. Bring this around down and bring out the legs. And there you go. Go. There we are. Well, I think hang on for a second. Let's just tap that right there. We go. We are. Take his wings. Bring him on out. There you go. And here we are. Now, as we all remember, let's go and extend this one out a good bit and take this and combine them together. Their first combine mode on Earth. To create Sonic Wing Mode to take on Starscream. So yeah, Optimus Prime combined with Wing Saber to take on Starscream. Not much height difference, but definitely a wingspan difference. At least I think. Hang on. I'm forgetting again. Increase the camera. Here we go. Here we are. Put him right there in front of Starscream. You can see of how he is right there. Bring him on over a wee bit. On over here too. There we go. There we are. So yeah, they have that. Oh, I almost forgot. Well, I did forget. I need to connect these things down here to complete the Sonic Wing Mode. Don't forget, these things are up here, so you can go ahead and tap that into place right there. You can, and as we all remember, you guys can have the option of tapping this into right here, because it would make a whole lot of sense. So here we go. So now he's in Sonic Wing Mode, and quite frankly, still pretty nice comparison with Starscream. Pretty nice comparison. We have that right there. I can't find a spot over here for him, so I'll just put him on the floor. On the floor. And that is it for Cybertron Starscream. Now, if you all want to find him, good luck on finding him at either a comic book store or possibly Comic-Con or where have you. Maybe online on eBay, I'm not for sure. But yeah, very nice looking figure. So if you all have enjoyed this video, hit the like button, subscribe with me and Richmaker. Check me out on social media such as Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram, Discord, and so on. And until next one, I'm Tipperman, and I'm passing off right now. So peace out!